Guys, I'm super excited. Welcome to the dojo, aka the Dojang, aka the John the Ninja Studios. And today I'm going to be opening up a ACDC high voltage LP vinyl. I got it shipped to my house. I'm super excited. As you can see, repping the band and the colors, baby. Let's check it out. But before we do that, I'm going to show you the CD that started it all. I was so fortunate, just as an ACDC fan, just as a rock fan, to go out and randomly buy their first album, High Voltage. And I have worn the CD. It skips in certain areas. It has been brutalized, destroyed. I've ripped the inside of it. And I'm surprised this particular liner note, sheet, booklet, whatever it is still intact because I spent hours as a kid. Hours. Technically a teenager. Let's take that back. Hours as a teenager just going through this, listening to this album. It means so much to me growing up, and I was infatuated with this band. They're still my favorite. I still love them. I could probably sing every song off of memory. Technically, I could also play every instrument on this album, but that's not the point. The point is, this is such a monumental record for me, and it is for a lot of other people. It was released in April 30th, 1976, May 14th for the United States, and it's a compilation of ACDC's Australian EPs, High Voltage of the same name with a different color. You'll see a dog peeing on a generator, and the album TNT. Now, these are the songs that made it onto it that are super important. Songs you've heard before. It's a Long Way to the Top if you want to rock and roll. TNT. You also got The Jack, a very big live song. Live Wire, which opened the band's, I want to say, almost all their concerts with Bon Scott back in the day. And of course, High Voltage. Some lesser known songs. One that you should really listen to is Rock and Roll Singer. One that want to get away with today, She's Got Balls. Mainly because you'll think it's a dude. But it's not. It's about a girl. But She's Got Balls is another great riff. Definitely a song you can't get away with today, Little Lover. And Can I Sit Next to You is just a really romantic song. Like, hey, I like you. You got a man? So what? I like you. Let's have a good time. Other news about this album was some of the songs that were listened to. The album itself was not received well. Billy Altman by Rolling Stone actually said it was like an all-time low for the rock genre. Just it got slaughtered by the critics, but they built a following. They did their high school dances, they did the high school shows, and then they just did clubs, bars, and then ended up being the ACDC we know and love. Someone said it in VH1's Heavy Metal Rock, A History of Metal, that it best is said, ACDC is a ballroom band on a big stage with inflatables. A bar room band on a big stage with inflatables. And that pretty much hits it on the head. After that, of course, ACDC released a bunch of great albums. Let There Be Rock, Power Age, Highway to Hell. Then, rest in peace, Bon Scott. Then Brian came in, Back in Black, so on and so forth. So I'm going to open up this vinyl and check it out. Took it out the Amazon package, and we are good to go, baby. All right, so let me get this real quick. All right. And this next one right here. All right, let's see how this comes out. This looks terrific. I don't even think I'll open this. I think I just want to like have it. Like I could put the vinyl right there and just have Angus looking at me the whole time. That'd be awesome. My God, this looks great. Comparing it to the CD and compared to this, it's just nice to. This is what a kid back in the 70s or 80s would be picking up. Maybe even the 90s, just picking up and holding, man. It's great. And if you guys don't know, this is an actual picture of Angus. It's not digitized. It was cartooned. But there is a picture of Angus looking like this, and they used that picture for this cover. And he looks good. It looks great, man. Whoever did the artwork was on the money, because I always loved the lightning bolt. That's one thing that always stood out to me with ACDC is the lightning bolt. And also, if you ever get the chance to read the lines on the back of this, this is really great. One thing that really grabbed me is the story behind the band. You know, I don't think any of this actually happened, but some of the stuff is just, it's really funny. Like, you got Phil Rudd, their drummer, trying to, like, tell them, like, hey, you know, good sir, Mr. Rude, we're still suing you for breaking that drumstick over our daughter's head. You know, their bassist at the time, Mark Evans, gets a letter from the Shakedown Club saying like, hey, listen, we're happy that you guys want to play here, but we have to refuse. Remember the last time you were here, you weren't in the band and you caused a hell of a ruckus. You got Angus and Malcolm's mom getting a letter from the dean of students, and of course, Helen sending Bond, a love letter. Get the idea. But just, as a teenager, oh my God, you just love looking at stuff like this. This album, literally would turn it on, sit back, read this over and over again. And if you ever had a vinyl or you ever had a CD that you really loved, and you loved going through the liner notes or going through all the particular information, you just engrossed yourself in the music. You just sit back, you vibe, and you just listen. Ain't not a care in the world. You might be on social media, you might be on a video game, but you're listening, you're relaxing, and you're enjoying the ride. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm definitely going to enjoy this. So take one last look. Actually, I'm going to kiss it. Mwah. Mwah. Oh, man, I'm stupid. But, man, this is my first ACDC vinyl. I'm very excited. I'm hoping to get more, but, they're pricey. But I just had a moment of clarity. I was just like, you know what? I should really get one just for my collection. So here we are. ACDC High Voltage, record number 1.